on and it's coming out. I either get to the bathroom or I just sit here and wait, which I've done before.
I genuinely did just what during a podcast. You pissed yourself in a podcast before.
Yeah, I've told you that story before.
You've pissed yourself in our podcast.
No, not ours. Before. No, before. It was with... who was it with? Who was it with?
Welcome, come to TRC 65.
Always weird recording in advance, but we're going to be okay.
Mate, if you think about it, everything that you have ever consumed is in the past, dude. Everything.
Very true.
Even the light that enters your eye, this screen right now, it's old news.
True, very true.
Old news.
Very true. And already what you just said is in the past and forgotten about.
Exactly, yeah.
And what's in the future, nobody knows. All we know is it's going to be good.
It's going to be good, dude. And do you know why it's going to be good?
Yeah.
We're switching it up today. Instead of you having to read out, listen to questions, I'm going to have to do it, and you can watch me try and read people's handles and struggle.
Yeah. I'm excited. I like to pass the book a little bit. It's nice.
You normally fight through it, dude. And
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I hope there's a few in there. Obviously, I haven't been able to look.
Can you tell us why?
Yeah, but this is way in the future now, so hopefully it's sorted out. I'm a little bit worried about how hot this thing is. So this morning, it's actually hot to touch. I did this to my nice iPhone 13.
Yeah, so to anyone listening, he's completely destroyed it. It's
completely destroyed
it. Like a banana shape. Do you feel discombobulated? Do you feel a bit...
It's annoying, isn't it? Because I think it's annoying that you've done it, and it's annoying that you're bothered that you've done it.
Yeah,
it's like of it.
That's what I was going to say. The second one, I just get annoyed at how stressed it makes me when I break my phone. But
also,
shouldn't be stressful.
I'm also proud of myself because I just laughed. Well, so let me tell a story. Again, this is really confusing because we're 2 weeks in advance, I guess now. So I've walked in the gym. It's 5:15. I'm still pretty tired. I've just had my AG1. It's starting to kick in.
Yeah.
I'm fired up though. I'm ready to go. I've gone over to where I do my stretching. And the first thing I've done is I've reached over to pick up a kettlebell, a 24 kilogram kettlebell. I've picked it up. I've banged it on my knee. I've dropped it and I've just smashed my phone to pieces. Like, that's the first thing I've done this morning. I've not even said hello to anyone. I've not even put my headphones in. I've just literally done that straight away.
Yeah.
So there's a big bang on the floor. There's like a doof, a thud. I've looked down. I'm like, that's laid on top of my phone. There's no way this has made it through. There's a lady behind me. There's a lady behind me on a rowing machine. She just looked over. She went, no. And I went, yeah. Like that. And then I just looked at it and I was like, oh, well, it's done now, isn't it? Like, there's no point being upset about it. And I'm really good at that. I've done it with things before, like when I've had a little car bump and stuff. I don't get too pissed off. I'm just like,
that's good. Not even in the moment. Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, it's done. There's nothing you can do about it now. It's only, and then you go into that spiral. It's only a phone, but then I'm like, oh, this is going to be a nightmare to sort this out today. How am I going to sort this out? Am I going to have to buy a new phone?
It's annoying, man.
It's just an annoyance, isn't it?
Oh.
iPhone Gate 13, yeah. So
what one are you
going to figure it out.
What are you going to do? You're going to do a screen? Or are you going to get?
I'm going to do a screen. Hopefully, I can get the screen sorted. This thing, I don't know what's going on. It is so hot, I can barely touch it. Like something's going on in there.
What number phone you got? What number phone is it?
This is a 13.
Oh my man! Holy, someone's doing well.
He's doing well.
13, yes, dude.
Yeah. Old news now. There's a 14 out.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it came out the other day. So
what does it do?
I don't know, dude. Huh?
What does a 14 do then?
Oh, it's probably exactly the same, but people want it because it's a 14 because it's newer. I'm not bothered. I'm not in that rat race, but yeah, I don't know. Just got to try and figure out.
You're 13 suggesting you are.
Yeah, well, that's because I smashed the other one.
Yeah.
Out riding with you a few months ago.
Oh, so annoying. So
Oh,
annoying.
I hate it. It's so annoying. And
have you got the insurance thing? No. How stupid
I live dangerously, dude. I live dangerous. I'm like, I don't need it insured. I'll save that £3 a month. And I'll buy a coffee.
It's so annoying,
instead.
isn't it? It's so annoying.
And now when you actually break them, you're just like, oh, how am I going to sort this out? So yeah, hopefully I just get away with a screen and stuff. But if not, I've just looked. I can pay off my contract for £700 and then get a new phone sent out. But I can't believe I just said it like that. Like, yeah, just
I know what you mean. It's not that you don't care about the £700. It's just it's too much. It's just too much to care. It's
just annoying.
I do believe in that. You can make things more annoying or less annoying depending on your outlook.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
My outlook's good. My outlook is actually really good. I'm like, whatever. But then it's just things that you just need. Like, even just to do this today, I was like, right, okay, I can't do listener questions because I'm logged in. And then I was trying to log in on the new phone, and then it's just too much. Anyway, it's just a phone. We just move on with our lives. Like, whatever. Absolutely. It is what it is. But
it's something that, as you get older, you become a bit more unflappable. I want to be entirely unflappable. With a certain number of things, I definitely reckon I am. Breaking your phone and stuff. I'm with you. It doesn't bother me anymore, and it would have used to. It would have been. It would have used to be like, or like getting a puncture. I remember getting a puncture and just being like, "Fuck," like so bothered.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing that my brain's. I can accept it easily, and I just laugh, and I'm just like, well, this is the situation now. We just got to deal with it.
You want to be unflappable. That's what I want to be. I want to be like I want to be the one that people look to in a moment of crisis. I'm not saying I am. I'm definitely not. But I want to be. That's what you got. I'm working towards it.
I'm like, I feel I'm unflappable in the moment. I'm just like, move on. But then my brain starts.
Yeah.
But then the anxiety kicks in, and then you're like, okay, how am I going to sort this? Okay, I've got to do this. I've got to do that. I've got to call these people. I've got to try and book it in.
How do I call them?
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, but I got. And then because I get time anxiety anyway, real bad.
What's time anxiety?
What is okay? Great question. So I am pretty bad for if. Okay, let's say for example, let me try and think of a good example. If I'm going out for dinner tonight at 7 p.m. and I've got a dinner reservation at 7 p.m. I'll think about that dinner reservation all day, and I think this started from my job because when you're like a sales rep and a sales agent, you have places you need to be at a certain time, and if you're not there, you missed your appointment. The bike industry is pretty flexible, I'll be honest with you, but there's been certain ones where you're like, if I'm not at that point at that time, the buyer, the contact, whatever, has got another meeting after, you miss your slot. So I'm always super early for things. You probably will have realised this about me now. Whenever I've come down to anything like in Surrey or whatever, I'm always early. I'm always like sat there waiting. I'm that annoying guy that's like, I'm here, I'm 2 hours early. So I've always done that, I think, from, again, with jobs and stuff. So and as soon as it looks like I'm going to be late, it kicks in, the anxiety kicks in, and I'm like, come on, like if maybe my girlfriend Emma's taking time to get ready, I'm like, come on, we're going to be late, like we can't be late, because I think that there's a quote which is the latest you can be is on time, and I've always lived my life like that. So the fact that if we have a dinner reservation at 7 p.m, I'll think about that, and I'm really analytical about what I can fit in before that time. So if there's even a small chance that going for a little, I don't know, maybe I'm going to go shopping, for example, I will go really early. Time. Yeah, so that I've got 2 hours to play with. Yeah. Which is good because you're never late, but yeah, it's really bad at the same time if you live with me because it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I think it becomes a necessity in life. I see it in my friends that have maybe young children or busy people. It becomes a necessity that you plan a little more, doesn't it? Like, I do look back. You got to
have a bumper.
Yeah, I do look back to my I love the idea of being bored. You know, when I was younger, just being like, "What the fuck do I do today?" Or, you know,
Yeah.
and it
Nice
happens less now. It happens less. Like, what shall I do today? Happens much less. I have to plan things more, or have to be. I try and be pretty present, but
Yeah, I think boredom's one of those things that we've sort of lost as a culture as well, as a society, because you've always got these technological things in your pocket that as soon as boredom kicks in, you're like, oh, I'll just jump on that and then I'll, you know what I mean?
Solve it.
Do you feel that like this? That'll solve that. Do you feel that sometimes like things? I don't really know how to explain this, but let me just take my morning for example.
Yeah,
a few things happened this morning that, like, not that. Okay, I don't want this to sound like something major's happened to me. It's just a smashed phone. But then you look back and you go, okay, why did I think that thought? So to get into my gym that I go to, you need to put a passcode in because it's 24 hours. So you put a passcode in to this key fob. The door opens, it lets you in, and then you have to scan a QR code, or you put your code in again. You have to go through basically 2 points of entrance to get in. So as I'm walking into the gym this morning, I've opened up my phone because the code's on there because I can't remember it because it's quite long. So I've opened up the phone and then I've gone, and then as I'm putting it in, I thought, how have I not forgot? Like, how have I not remembered this? I really need to remember this because if I lose my phone or something happens, I'll not be able to get in. So I literally thought that thought, right? So I've gone in, I've then gone upstairs, I've smashed my phone, and I've instantly thought, I just thought 2 minutes ago, if I smash my phone, I can't get back out.
Oh, really? You can't get out again?
Because then you have to put the passcode back.
So they want in out. Yeah, of course.
So as I was putting it in to go in, I tried to remember it. I remembered it, and I did remember it. So then I've walked upstairs, I've smashed my phone, but the code is still on my brain, so I managed to get back out. So if I had not thought that thought, I wouldn't have been able to get back out. I'd have been stuck in. You have to then wait for someone. You have to try and it's like this weird it's almost like
airlock system.
Yeah, exactly that. So you step into it, it shuts behind you, and then lets you back out the other side.
I don't know how they get away with the 24-hour gyms. I don't know how you get the insurance for it or whatever. Surely someone's and like no one mans them, and so surely someone's going to get their dick trapped in some chin-up barb thing or
it's mad, dude. It is. It's crazy. I don't understand it either. I went the other day last week, and where I went in, it's pretty early. It's like 5:30, and there's just loads of smashed eggs all over the floor. And you're like, yeah, it's great. It's 24 hours, but people obviously come in here at night and just fuck about.
Oh, really?
There's just smashed eggs everywhere. It's just gross. Like, it is disgusting, to be honest. It's not a nice place. I took my friend there last week, because she was keen to join a new gym, and she was like, there's just shit everywhere. Like, no one puts anything back. Like, there's nothing worse than something like when weights aren't put back, is there? And there's like bottles of water everywhere that people have just left, but no one knows whose they are, so no one puts them in the bin, and it's just like, it's pretty grim, to be honest. Anyway,
sad those spaces. Yeah, it's sad those spaces that no one really cares about them. Like,
no, people just use and abuse it, don't they?
Yeah, there's something sad about it.
It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. No one gives a fuck. No. You're like, I'll use that spoon, and like I'll just leave that there.
Dude, exactly. There's a bit of orange in the beans. Exactly. Absolutely, it's so annoying. Yeah, same with industrial estates. I love going past, like, even if it's a tiny little house, and you go past and the garden's all perfect, considered, planted. I love that. I love people caring about stuff. And I do the same thing, mate, when I'm like walking around, like walking the dog or whatever, and you look at people's houses and you're just like, how have you let it get like that bad? Yeah.
Like, how can you walk past that massive like patch of nettles that's outside your front door every day? You probably sting your legs on every day, and you don't think, oh, just put some killer on it or like pick them out. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't live like that. Anyway.
Right, should we get in some? I can't say straight into because it's not straight into, but near enough. Straight into some listener questions.
Listener questions.
We've got a few to get through.
And then we'll do some. Why don't we do a listener question? Or will this be too hard to edit? Let's do a listener question, then we'll jump into the hotline. We'll see what's in there.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
And then we'll do it, and then we'll just go back and forth. That way, the onus is taken off you a little bit. I know you bit scared about this, you know.
I'm a bit scared about this. Okay. Question number 1 from Omno Magan. The favourite spot or event in Europe outside the UK to travel to and why? Can be non-MTB related.
Ooh, nice.
Where do you like going? You like Poland, don't you?
No, hate it. Move on. I like going to Sweden's my spot.
Is it
Big Sweden fan. Big Sweden fan, yeah, big Sweden. I think if I was to go anywhere and it's like, it's not just a holiday for a week, the cost of living is quite expensive in Sweden. You know, if you go to the supermarket, for example, a pepper's like £3. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But they've got it the right way in a way. So, but like houses are really cheap, so you can buy a beautiful house and you can have a few toys and stuff like that, and it's not, you're not like living to pay your mortgage.
Yeah.
They do all sorts of fun and things like that, where it's, yeah, it just feels like it's backwards. So for us, it just made sense to get a property. So yeah, it was cool, really nice. So that's for me. Like if I'm going to just go anywhere outside of Europe, hang out, nice culture. Probably changed a lot since I last went, but that's the one that I would go to.
There you go. Great answer. A great answer, and what a lovely location.
What about
for
yourself?
You to travel to. I mean, there's no place like home. I'm feeling it right now.
Ooh,
but,
nice.
It's funny. It's funny, dude. It's, if anything that travels taught me a lot.
Yep.
I've been spoilt enough to go many places, which I hadn't before biking. And it's definitely taught me a lot, but it's definitely also gone around in circles to the point where I actually just love home now. And it's not anything particularly about home. It's just the idea of home. About I wouldn't ever be good at just travelling around the whole time.
Yeah, it's a tough lifestyle. That I know a few people that live like that, and it gets exhausting after a while. You just want to have a home cooked meal, your own bed, your own property, all
and
your
like
own
a base.
Stuff.
Yeah, just a base, and like stuff that you know, like really small things do it for me. Like even just being able to go out my door, and on my way to the woods, that there's a rut that I have made just by doing a turn in the same place every time. Stuff like that is just like real, like small town home stuff that I really like. I don't like going new places and this and that. So I'm not really. That's nice. I'm spoilt enough. It's literally I'm spoilt enough that I no longer. I don't lust after travel in the same way that I used to. I really did used to want to experience, and there are still a few places that I would love to go to and experience, but I don't. Yeah, I'm
exactly the same now in day-to-day life as well. It's like, oh, do you want to go and visit this, I don't know, this bike shop up in Scotland? I used to be like, yeah, fucking cool, like take a bike, I'll go, you know. Now I'm just like, not really, I'm kind of happy here. Like, I'll go for a ride later, and I
don't know
think
what it is.
Slight edit to my answer actually after what you've just said. Like, I'm perfectly happy here, really happy here. Yeah, we need a little bit of a bigger home and stuff like that, but I'm especially after the weekend we've just had.
No, you answered it well.
Which we spoke about on last week's show. Yeah. Just fine here.
I
really
think,
good.
I think you answered it well. You gave your actual answer. I'm being annoying. I'm beating around the bush. The problem is with travel, it's not. I don't want to go back to places that I've already been. I've still got these just few ones that I could tick off and be quite happy. I'm a bit like that, really. If I've gone to a place, I don't necessarily need to go back over and over, unless it's probably Madeira, and there's probably the answer. You know, I really like Madeira.
I was expecting you to say Madeira. I'll be honest. That's what I was expecting to come out of your mouth. When you didn't, I was surprised. But yeah, that's mate.
Yeah, I do. I do really like Madeira. I don't know what it is, and also maybe it's this. How stupid is this? Maybe it's like a sense of familiarity that reminds me of home.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean.
Home.
Like I just like knowing where stuff is, where I'm going, what it's like, and. Also,
I mean, ultimately as well. Like when I had the camper van company we were talking about before, that is one of the major reasons for getting out of it. Was I just got sick of living out of a backpack and never having a place. You never know, like. You know, I think one thing that always gives me anxiety if it's like middle of the day and you don't know where you're getting dinner from, and you're like, oh, I've got to find a restaurant, I've got to sit down, I've got to ask people.
So you get worried if you get worried if you've got a date and a time, and you get worried if you don't have a time.
Yeah.
So it's just worry regardless.
It's just a mess in here, dude. You don't want to be in this spot. It's a nightmare.
No, it's a good spot, dude. It's a good spot.
All right, shall we go over to the hotline and see what we got in here?
Yeah, let's go to the hotline. Yeah.
All right, big up everyone who's been submitting things, and it's appreciated. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send you this image, because then we've both seen it, because otherwise it gets really confusing, doesn't it? And then what we'll do is we'll bring up the image on the screen.
Perfect.
So here's our first submission. Okay, this is kind of confusing. We don't know who it came in from. If you do submit something to the hotline, please leave your name or an Instagram account so we know who we're talking about. But yeah, here we go. This is the first hotline submission of the week. What do you think to that image? Have you got it?
Yeah, it's nasty. Yeah, so it's the cage, right?
It is the cage, mate. And he said, I don't know if you can see the text, but it said,
No, I can't.
just got rid of my bespoke ankle support. Does ODub have any recommendations for ankle supports for riding? Thank you, guys. Appreciate the pod. Big up. Thank you for the submission. It's really appreciated.
Oh, well, good. Well, thanks. Yeah, big thanks for that. Yeah, and I do have a suggestion. But before I move on, goodness gracious me, there's some metalwork there, eh?
There is some metalwork there, isn't there, mate? That does not look fun.
So I think that's called external fixation. There's internal fixation, which is like the metal in my foot, for instance, and I think this is external fixation. I could be wrong, but it's pretty crazy.
Just like,
that kind of breach of the skin with a wire. There's something about that gets me.
That makes me feel a bit sick when, like, the thought of knocking it.
Yeah, and it catching.
Oh god, it actually makes me feel a bit queasy.
Yeah, it is too much. My good friend Ben Baker had he broke his neck and he had one of the halos, and obviously it was drilled into his head. And like, it was at a time in our lives where we were like young and partying, and I just remember him getting drunk and like bumping into things, and it just sends a shiver down your spine. Like the thought. Obviously, this was
quite
like,
literally.
yeah. Obviously, this was a way into his recovery, and it was not obviously it was stable, but it was a way into his recovery. So there was obviously a bit more confidence related to it. But just the thought of that, like direct into the brain. Dong.
Like that, like a church bell.
Exactly, yeah. Goodness, I'm glad to hear you're back amongst it. You're an exciting point of your injury. If you've just had that removed, the only way is up from here, and I'm hyped for you, dude. Hyped for you, and healing vibes coming your way.
I just wonder if this is a dude actually called Dave that I've been emailing back and forth with. I think when he got injured a few months ago, and I said I was going to go meet him for a coffee, take him out. But if it is you, Dave, I'm really sorry that we've never managed to make it happen. He's relatively local to me as well.
Oh, cool.
So if that is you, then big up. If it's not, then it's a shame the's more people out there with ankle braces.
Maybe Dave. The ankle brace I use is actually called an Ossur, Ossur, and it came by the recommendation of Brandon Semenuk. So I thought I'll go with whatever he says. So it's Ossur, it's form fit, and the one that you want to get has something called speed lace. I've found these to be the most compact ankle brace. I have broken my ankle in them, so but I've also broken my ankle in an air cast as well. Like, I think you can. Yeah, it's still possible, but it stops you rolling your ankle. The air cast ones are also very good, but they're very wide and they leave your shoe looking like a perfect round. It looks insane. It makes it look like a elephant foot or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like your shoe.
So you have.
They're so wide.
Would you have to have like don't know what you call it. Like, do you have to wear like a bigger shoe or like high tops or anything like that?
You have to work
low
it out.
cut.
It can be really annoying. Low cut can be really annoying because the stirrups can hook onto the edge of the shoe. So yeah, I would say this Ossur one comes with a recommendation of Semenuk and now me.
Nice. All right.
Put myself
I just had a quick look. Yeah, of course. I just had a quick look as well. Obviously, we do have, if it's helpful to the dude, we've got a discount code for Compex. So Compex.com, code the Ride Companion, 20% off. They've got a ankle support on there. It's £30. Yeah. Low profile ankle support with compression. So
do they? Let's have a look.
It's Compex Trizone, it's called. Looks pretty cool. You can see it there. It's got trainers on it. Whether or not it's, it's probably not built for riding, but it might be worth a shot. Oh, Ollie.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a little-known podcast called the Joe Rogan Experience?
I have heard of it. Yeah, I have.
I think it's arguably the biggest podcast in the world. And Joe Rogan endorses a certain product, and they've obviously been looking at the market. They're like, okay, right, we've already got the number 1 podcast. So what's the number 2 podcast that we can try and support? So obviously they landed here at the Ride Companion. So I am super excited. Little preface here. My goal in life is to share a guest with Joe Rogan. So this is like the first step of that. We're not sharing a guest, but we are going to share a sponsor for a little while.
Nice, like it.
I'm really excited to welcome Athletic Greens and their AG1 as a podcast partner. Ollie, over to you. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? I know you've been using it a little bit, and we're going to talk to our listeners a little bit about it and put a little challenge in place.
Absolutely. So what is AG1, you might ask? Well, I have it right here.
Please.
With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source ingredients, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. All of the things.
Especially the aging one. We need that. I need all the help we can get as we sit on this spinning rock, getting older and older by the day.
We do.
I honestly love, as you know, right? We only talk about and promote things that we genuinely believe in. And this, I think, is quite important. Nutrition is super important, especially if we've just going into winter. We've just had a beautiful summer. Like, we're going into winter, it's going to get dark. You're going to need to make sure that your vitamins, your minerals, and your food is on point to make sure that you sustain a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely.
I've got a condition. It's a condition. I've got it's called a syndrome, actually. It's quite interesting. It's called Gilbert syndrome. So I take quite a lot of supplements anyway. I take milk thistle, vitamin D, vitamin C, and they're all like loads of little bottles and capsules all over in the cupboard. AG1 actually has all of those things that I need in it in just one scoop. So for me, I was already into this stuff, and when they reached out, I was just like, this makes total sense. So let me tell you a little bit more about it as well. So it is keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, and also gluten-free. Contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals, and no artificial anything. Nothing artificial. It supports better sleep quality and recovery, supports mental clarity and alertness. Now, I know it's going to be a relatively new thing for some of our listeners to look at and, maybe try. So I think we go on a bit of a journey with them. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that, dude. I like that.
Yeah,
I love the idea of this. I really do love the idea of this. This is 30 days. We're going to be trying Athletic Greens AG1. And I love the idea of just having something nutritionally complete. Everything's ticked off. You don't have to worry about doses, this, that. You can literally just take it first thing in the morning when your stomach's empty. And in theory, you are nutritionally complete. I like the idea of that. I like the way that sounds.
Dude, I'm going to do it. I'm committing 30 days. I started today as of recording this episode. There's going to be a little vlog thing up on our Clips channel. So I'm going to try and track my journey with trying AG1 and maybe some of the benefits and things that I feel as I'm going through the next 30 days. If any of our listeners do want to come on this journey with us and would like to try AG1, then do we have a little offer for them? Maybe something we can throw in?
We do. We can make it mega easy. Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. This is exclusive to our listeners. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/ride companion. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/ride companion to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. I like that as well.
Ooh, I like that. Nutritional insurance. Because sometimes you don't know, do you? You don't know, am I getting a balanced diet? Am I ticking all my boxes? Am I dotting my I's, crossing my T's? With this, you're sorted. No more excuses. Be a better person, better athlete, better person.
just better. Big up Athletic Greens and AG1. Many thanks. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's good. That might be one for walking and stuff. And the weirdest thing to get your head around is that you actually don't want to end up permanently using any of these things or relying on them, because then you don't get an opportunity to improve your ankle and make it stronger. Which is why Steve Nash used to run cross trainers in the NBA rather than high top basketball shoes.
Is that right?
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Although to be honest, I've never heard of Steve Nash, so there's no wonder I didn't know that. Really, do you know what I mean?
You shouldn't. Yeah,
exactly.
But best of luck with the healing vibes coming from the right companion. That's right.
Yeah.
Big up. Okay,
Big up.
I've got a question from Gareth_Lun_. Are mullet bikes going to kill off pure 27.5 bikes? Davey, shoot. What's your answer, dog?
Off the bat, not much thought going into it. Absolutely not.
They're not going to kill it.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just going to be another option. It's just like, have 29ers killed off 650B? Not really. It's kind of like a mix of both, isn't it? You know, like I'm not like super tech geek. I don't know many people that are riding mullet bikes yet. Have you had a mullet bike?
I've never had a mullet bike. Actually, honestly, I don't know, because not every bike company does a 27.5 now. So there's an argument that 27.5s are being killed off.
True.
I mean, if no one's releasing, not no one, but not every bike company is releasing a 27.5 bike. So
but not every bike company is doing a mullet, so it's...
The problem I have with mullets is that it's like, unless it's designed as a mullet, I feel like it's a, you know, I'm not one to be going against what the engineers, you know, someone who's engineered a bike for a 29-inch wheel, and then I'm going, oh no, give that here. I'll tell you what, this would be better with a small wheel in the back, a slacker head angle, BB way closer to the ground. Like, I would rather it was designed by someone who really knows, because people they really know, bike designers.
They do know, don't they? Yeah,
I mean,
they do
Fabi,
really
you've met Fabi before, haven't you? Or through the podcast, you've met Fabi before. It's hard to think that you would know more about bike design than Fabi. That's what I kind of think, you know. And I obviously worked in it a bit, and still he is a bike designer, just like I should be a window cleaner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he's good follow on social media too. This is Fabi who does the... Oh no, is that hang on. There was a few that we had on the podcast. Fabi is the dude who does all of the classic car stuff.
He's got an old Audi, yeah.
Yeah, German Enduro champion. Is that Fabi?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Good follow on Instagram. You can tell someone who lives a very design orientated life.
Absolutely.
The house renovation is all about design.
And a Stuttgarter. Yes.
Big
up Fabi. Big up
Fabi. Okay. So I don't know, but I'd say no off the bat. I'd be like, no, that's not gonna. They're not gonna replace anything.
I've got a question for you, Davey.
Yeah, shoot.
It's from Johnny_MCC. How's the new van, Davey? Your dad sold it yet?
New van's pretty good actually. New van's nice. Good. Like it, but it's making life just easier at the moment. Anyone will know that if you've gone from car, especially if you're into riding, to van. It's a straight up game changer. It's literally, you're not having to take wheels off all the time, which is nice. True. Yeah, you're not currently dealing with much mud, but you know that coming into mud season, it's just going to be a little bit easier. Nice. But yeah, has he sold it yet? No, he hasn't sold it yet, but I did give him a lift over the weekend, and he said the actual direct quote was, "I've brought the polishing machine home." I said, "Cool." He said, "So let's get it clean and we can get it listed for you next week." That was his exact direct quote.
Really? Yeah.
So he's trying to sell it. He's trying, but yeah.
Well, he
so
loves
far,
shifting them, just making a. Is it is it the thrill of making, just profiting these like incremental amounts?
I think, you could argue it's his living as well, so it's kind of annoying when I want to keep something. He's like, could make wages on that. But yeah, I think my dad's always been like that. It's hard to even explain because it's always been that way. I've never known my dad have a car for longer than like a month, maybe.
Yeah, interesting.
I'd always thought I'd love to see, like on the DVLA, like the list of cars that have been registered to him. It'd just be honestly like a laundry list. The same with me, dude. It's funny, I actually went to list a car that Clio that I ended up with
Yeah.
on my Facebook marketplace, and I was scrolling through all the stuff that I've listed before, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. I have no recollection of that one. I was just like scrolling through them. It's quite funny. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm so bad for it. The admin
It is what it is.
selling stuff is too much for me. I'm really bad for it. Like listing it, dealing with all of the different questions.
Yeah, it's tough.
Is this still?
My dad's great. My dad's an awesome used car dealer because he's a lovely bloke. He's the nicest guy you'll ever meet in your life. He's honest, so he's not that guy that's like trying to rip people off. He's a genuinely like, I guess every used car dealer says this, but he's like just a genuinely nice dude. And all he does, I've seen the guy in action. So let's say you rock up to the house, you've come to look at the Renault Clio. He walks out, he gives you keys, he says, "Do what you want with it. I'll be in the house." That's it. There's no like talking about it, nothing. If anyone's got a question, he answers it.
Really?
That's
yeah.
it.
So he's a real.
Yeah, it just goes, there you go, do what you want with it.
See, I think
Put trust in them.
I think I'd go with a bit of fake tan before they arrived and wear a nice suit and some shoes, real pointy shoes. If you're selling shit, you got to have real pointy shoes.
Ill-fitting suit.
A bit ill-fitting, yeah. It would be to the point where, not so it looks ridiculous, so it just looks like I've got it a bit wrong, but that would be endearing. So anyway, I'd go out fully tanned up, my hair would be slicked back, and then I would instantly move in really close for a really firm handshake. I think this would be my
bit too close, a bit creepy.
Yeah, a bit too close, maybe a bit halitosis-y as well.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm failing now. I've made it all it going
Awkward.
wrong now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start again. Fake tan I stick with. Fake tan I'm going to stick with, yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to walk you around. No, I am going to invade your... Yeah, no, I'll go back to what I'm saying. I'm going to invade your personal space because it's going to be a power play. You know, dude, because I want you to know... I'll probably step on your feet a bit with my pointy shoes, and I want you to know who's boss in this situation. I'm the boss. You're buying the car for the price I want. You know, right from the start, I'm setting a precedent. Like, I'm dictating the price.
Okay. I'd like to experience... I'm just thinking... I'd like to experience what it's like to go and buy an actual, like, supercar. Like, what is that process
dude,
like?
You get finessed, aren't you? For sure.
Do you reckon?
Pointy shoes, fake tan, 100%. The guy is... Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's not...
They're not just going to give you
like
keys,
perfume.
are they? They're just going to give you a key and go, do what you want with it.
No.
And you're like...
I wonder if he's going to smell like that 1 million fragrance.
Yeah, Paco Rabanne.
I wonder if he's going to smell like Paco Rabanne.
Paco Rabanne, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to have that experience. One day, maybe. We'll see.
Buying a supercar, yeah.
Yeah, just to see what it's like. Like, what's it actually like?
Do you know, what I mean? Do you know what sometimes... So I it's like... update on the algorithm. I typed in what was it? It was something about kitchen ideas. So I was typing in on AD. You know, like celebrities' homes. They go around.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
welcome to my
Architecture.
home.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I went on one of those, and then obviously loads and loads of different ones come up. And one of them is this guy. He's a YouTuber, and he's basically like a real estate guy in America, showing you around like £40 million houses.
Okay.
Like penthouses in New York, fucking mansions in Hollywood Hills. You know, this guy's just like showing you around, and he's, I guess he is actually online acting as an estate agent. He works on behalf of real estate agents, so it's in their interest. He's going to have this produced video. Who knows if someone in...
The videos are crazy they make now as well, aren't they? Like drones and fucking all sorts of shit.
And it makes you think, like, now that is just like that is almost like a necessity. Do you remember what it used to be like in the back of the Friday ads? You'd read a thing and it would say like DMR sidekick, reasonable condition, Marzocchi Z2s, and you call up. You don't know what colour it is unless it says it, red or whatever. And now you get a walk around video of like, it's not even just supercars. It's like actually people do it with quite crap cars now, don't they?
Yeah, dude, I've done it, honestly.
Yeah.
I've done it. Like, especially, because what happens now, so in that like used car vibe, you know, you put a few photos up, but then people start texting you like, "What's this like? What's that like?" And you just start, boom, there's a text, there's a thing,
so
there's an image.
Doing the walk around because it just answers.
Yeah, you're better off just going like, "Here you go," like, let me show you around it. I bet selling a house like that is actually quite easy.
you
If
reckon,
you're going to, yeah, there's levels to the game, isn't there, with sales? It's like if you're
Yeah.
selling a Kia, hard sell, right?
Yeah.
In the fact, what I mean is like
The shoes
there's
get
a lot
pointier. So
yeah.
yeah.
With a Kia, you've got a lot of competition.
Mm.
You know, you've got a 20 grand car or whatever they are, I don't know. But like, there's so many models that are
Yeah.
available around that price point. You've got to be a salesman. You've got to tell them all the benefits. You've got to put prices in place, packages in place.
Yeah.
Someone walks in to buy a Ferrari. This is it. It's a Ferrari. You want it? Cool. It's
know what it
250
is.
grand.
If
See you
you're gonna-
later.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to buy it, you already know what it is, don't you?
Yeah, and the same with houses, isn't it? If you're buying a $40 million house, this is it. Look at it. It's sick. Do you want it?
Yeah.
This
It
is a
makes me
150
worried.
grand house.
Yeah.
Really hard sell.
Yeah. I find that interesting actually as well. When you say it's like a £40 million house, it's like, I reckon you got to haggle then, haven't you? Surely you haggle with 40 million.
The haggling numbers as well, like it's like life changing money that you're haggling
Yeah,
with. I'll give you
exactly.
38. Like that's
If it's
2
40,
million.
it's like they couldn't even. Yeah, they couldn't even be bothered. They just rounded it up because they're just like, it's fucking 40. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You're not going
yeah,
through it
yeah.
and actually calculating worth, because after a certain point, worth gets wishy-washy, doesn't it?
Totally.
40
Dude, it's funny that I bet when you're dealing with that kind of volume, they can just go, let's chuck another 2 million. Like,
Yeah.
no, if you've got that money anyway to buy it, like, you're not going to notice another 2 million,
No.
are you?
No.
You're just going to be like,
And
yeah,
if
well,
anything,
it is what it is.
the more money it is, the more desirable it is to certain people. Really rich people.
That being said, we got pre-ride roast coffee back in stock, and it is now $24.99, which is an absolute bargain price. It's 20. What should we do? Yeah, $34.99 now. It's going up because it's getting more expensive because we can.
Is it $40.99? Should we say
40. Let's round it back up. 40. It's £40 a bag.
£400? It's sort of what it's like, though, isn't it? It's sort of what it's like. They're like,
Yeah.
you stick a swimming pool. I found out how much swimming pools are worth the other day. My friend
Why are you
put in a
thinking of
swimming pool. No, I'm not thinking of it. They don't even,
Come
especially
on.
after this, right? Especially after this. A swimming pool. First of all, I've no interest in a swimming pool. I can't swim really, and I don't care to learn. You know what I mean? It's,
Okay.
To me,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
swimming
yeah.
pool. And the moment I get out of a swimming pool, I'm just miserable. Being wet, I don't know why it kills me. I hate it. I don't want to be wet. Even in the shower, I get out, I'm just like, God, you're disgusting. I just want to be dry. I'm a land animal for sure. A swimming pool, right? A tiled swimming pool. So we're not talking about like one of the liner ones. They're lovely. We're not talking about them though. We're talking about tiled swimming pool, like mosaic tiled. Maybe you want to get Davy. Maybe you want to get a big.
Yeah, you get
like a
OW logo
serif
on bottom.
D on the bottom. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
friend did one for 300 grand.
Wow.
£300,000 for a fucking swimming
Wow.
pool that you're going to piss in. We all piss in it. If you're
Yeah, we all
spending
piss in.
300 grand
In
you're gonna
England
piss
as well.
Yeah.
You're never going in it.
No. What's the point?
You're never going in
I
it.
couldn't believe
Ever.
that. I couldn't believe that. And they don't add value to houses, I don't think, either. Certainly not 300
I don't
grand.
know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
know.
about.
No, I think you do. I think you do because it's ridiculous. I think we both know, and I think everyone listening out there is going to go, "That's ridiculous."
£300,000 to swim up and down in a fucking. You're not even designed for it. You're a shitty ape. We're shitty apes. We're maybe climbing trees. If you really want to do something, climb a tree. You won't have to spend
Yeah.
300 grand unless actually trees are expensive.
Climb a
as well,
rope.
eh?
Huh?
Even trees are expensive. You can buy trees, you know.
You can buy ready done trees, can't you?
Yeah.
You just come, they winch them into your house.
What tree
Boom.
would you get if you were going to get a tree?
One of those, what they call the California red. What they call red. Oh,
You'd
the
go to
massive
redwood,
ones.
You have redwood.
Redwood.
Would you?
Redwood.
A big
Either
old
that
dog.
or cedar. I like a cedar.
Do you?
Yeah, it's one of my favourite smells, cedar.
Do you know what I'd have? I'd have
What?
an Italian cypress tree.
Oh, I don't know what that is, dude. You come left field. Super pointy, straight.
Really pointy and straight, like what they have in like Italy down a drive.
I'm looking at one now. Italian cypress tree.
Yeah, or it'd be an English. Yeah,
Italian cypress tree.
Yeah.
That's funny, isn't it? It's like two places, Italy and Cyprus.
yeah, I hadn't thought that. Yeah,
Oh, it's spelt differently. Okay. Not expensive.
no, but they're tiny.
No.
They're tiny.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. 35 quid.
My wish is your desire.
Cheap. You can have some.
I'm gonna get yeah, but
You can have them, dude.
The thing is, dude, they're lame if they're like this high, aren't they? I want them to be 40 foot high.
Okay.
Down the drive.
Yeah, so you want them done.
So you feel like a mafia boss turning up at your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just looking to see if there's any redwood for trees for sale in the UK.
I like willows as well. I like willows. I like old English oaks. Redwoods would be very, very cool. I know where every redwood is in my local area.
Really?
Yeah, and I visit them sometimes on rides.
I thought so. Redwoods are native to the UK, or not? Maybe it's not a native one. Maybe
I
they
don't
just
know.
been planted.
I feel like they're planted a long while ago. Yeah.
Well, you can have them in your garden because for a measly £2.75, you can have 50 seeds.
There you go. That's all you need. All you need is a seed, and that's one of the messages we're trying to get across on this podcast, right? All you need is a seed. It's the idea.
All you need is spread the seed. Exactly.
Yeah. All you need to spread the seed. And on that note, I'm going for a wee. We'll be back for the next question in just a second after this short break.
Okay. I'll have one as well then.
How come I'm 36 and I need a wee this bad? I end up running to the toilet. Pathetic.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, mate. Let's go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's cheers with the only drink that shares our brand colour. And arguably my favourite cheers.
Yeah.
Here's to a fantastic podcast.
I'm already open.
And many thanks to Days, our long-time partner.
Yeah, big up Days. Mate, people often say to me as well, they say like, can beer get any better? Can Days get any better? And now we can say, yes, it can. Because Days just launched cans. And that, to me, is bloody brilliant. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you don't want all those bottles laying around. Yeah. Let's be honest. There's a time and a place. Sometimes you need the bottle when you're at home. Nice, crisp, cold bottle. You pop the top off. You get that little thing. Sometimes you want a glass bottle.
I was thinking about this. Yeah, I was thinking about exactly this. What is it that makes a can advantageous in your experience? I think we got the same answer here.
Okay, my experience yesterday actually was went down to the BMX track. I took 2 cans of Days with me, and it was just nice to like finish riding. We shared a Days with a friend, as you should do with all beers. Share on with your friend. You do a little cheers at the end of the session, and then for me it was like, boom, stood on the can, crushed it down, slid it in my pocket, rode out of there. Like before, you'd have this bottle. It's a little bit clumsy sometimes. So for me, that's what I love about the cans. They're just a bit more like portable, a little bit more like
I'm with you.
Friendly. Yeah. What about you?
Absolutely, that's exactly what I was going to say. You finish it off, you crush it, put it in your back pocket, off you go.
Yeah.
Have we got? We've got an offer for our listeners, haven't we? We do have an offer for our listeners, and it's just got better.
Days have been really kind to us. Obviously, we've got Sober October coming up, folks. So if you want to take part in Sober October, again, think about it. You're just coming out of summer. We've had a beautiful summer. Maybe you've been drinking a little bit too much. Maybe enjoying a few hazes in the evening, and you just want to try and have a bit of a detox, but you still want to get that fill. Check Days out. daysbrewing.com. Check it out. 0.0%, obviously, vegan, paleo, all that sort of good stuff. It's made in Scotland. Lovely brand, lovely people. And they're so lovely that they've actually increased our discount code because the companionship's been repping Days hard. So rather than getting 15% off, you're now going to get a whopping 20% off Days. That is with the code TRC Days, all in capitals. What was it again? I've just forgot already, dude.
TRC Days, all in capitals. That gives you 20% off on the Days Brewing site.
That's correct. So thank you, Days, for fueling the lifestyle. We appreciate you, and go get you some.
Absolutely, it's a beer for doing, and we like doing. Thanks, Days. Peace and love.
Let's carry on doing and do some listener questions.
Let's do listener questions. Good idea. And we're back. On to the next question.
Hang on, I can't click.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Brilliant.
And we're back.
We're back. I feel a lot better, don't you? Yeah. How come I actually? It's so pathetic. I really often desperately need a wee. Like, why can't you?
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm bad, dude. I've got the worst bladder as I've got older as well. Holy.
Is it? Yeah.
And I drink so much water that when it comes on, it's like it's on. It's on and it's coming out. I either get to the bathroom or I just sit here and wait, which I've done before.
I genuinely did just during a podcast. You pissed yourself in a podcast before.
Yeah, I've told you that story before.
You've pissed yourself in our podcast.
No, not as before. No, before it was with. Who was it with? Who was it with? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, I know who it was with. It was with Claudio Calori episode.
Dude, that is absolutely. You've not told me that story before.
Yeah, so I have told it on here before. So basically, the story goes: I need to drink a lot of water to keep this thing ticking, right? Keep the motor running. I've drunk loads. I was behind. I think I've drunk loads of water on the run up to the podcast. I've sat down. Episode with Claudio. At this point, I'm still like getting used to doing the podcast a little bit. Like I'm still a little bit nervous. Claudio's there. I don't want to say, dude, do you mind if we just take a moment? I've got to take a piss. So I held it and held it and held it. And then it just got unbearable, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm letting it go." And just sat and pissed myself.
You just pissed your pants. Mate, I've told this. No, I've never heard this story.
I have told it. I've told it before on this podcast before.
Is there a moment? Can you?
It was one of them. It's like a little bit. Like a little bit came out.
You let the whole thing go,
and then you're like, "Oh, just let it." Just like, "Oh." And
so if you watch
from
the
what
podcast
I remember,
back, can you see the moment that you just...
We're only audio at this point, I think. Only audio, but I believe really there's a point in there when I probably just loosen up a little bit, because I'm like, oh, thank God, okay, I can talk again. Because it's on your brain, isn't it? Like, the bladder and the brain connection's a real thing. So once that thing's full, the brain's full, because the brain's full of thinking about the bladder being full, and that's all I can think about. So yeah, I remember being like, it was towards the end of the episode, and it was like starting to get close to wrapping up, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
That is unbelievable. You pissed yourself, because like, I always feel like
told that before.
I feel like such a saying to someone, oh no, I have to, I'm going to do the podcast now. Like I just feel so pathetic having a podcast, like as if you know what I mean, like. I don't know. There's something so lame about it. Like, I'm doing my podcast. Like, it's just so pathetic. You know, like, I don't think I've got enough to say to do a podcast, and yet every week keep coming back, and like you have to.
We're 48 minutes in,
dude. Yeah, but it's something so pathetic about it. And then the thought of that, on top of that, you just sat in a room with a microphone, like no one's there. Obviously, after the fact, you end up talking to a group of like-minded people in the companionship. That's what I like to think of it. But in that moment, it's just a bloke in a room pissing himself with a microphone.
Bad, dude.
That's insane. I love that story. That's one of the best stories. And also, I'd like to...
I'm happy to admit it, because we're just humans, and we've just got bladders, and they're all the same.
Shout out to your commitment to the cause, to the art of podcasting.
I've been like 33 years old.
What, is it in the same chair? Is yours...
No, different chair.
Different chair. Okay, so
different chair, same cushion.
Same cushion, okay. Same cushion. You wanted...
Been washed.
Okay, good. It's been washed.
Yeah.
Obviously, you probably washed it after you pissed yourself.
Probably. Might not have. Who knows? I can't remember. It was a while ago.
Dude, that's a hoot.
Wow.
Brilliant. Thanks for the story, dog. That's a brilliant story. I can't remember what we were talking about.
I can't. Should we do another one from the hotline?
Please.
Okay. Thanks for reminding me about that. Well, I think I reminded myself. Okay. What's weird is that the hotline is on fire today.
Is it?
I guess it's because people know that we're doing listener questions. So yeah, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things come in while we've been recording.
Oh mate, wicked. Well, good.
So big up everyone for keeping the thing going.
Dude, maybe it's not the listener questions episode. Maybe it's the hotline episode.
Maybe, mate.
Right, what we got? Any videos? Anything?
Okay, yeah, we got stuff. Sorry, I'm just having a quick look in there, see if we can find a video, dude.
That story is brilliant. I can't believe you pissed yourself. Claudio as well, of all people.
I know.
I can't. I can't do it.
Mate, I know. It's embarrassing, but
No,
it is
it's not.
what it is.
You're the man. You don't need to be embarrassed.
Okay, we got just trying to find. There's one in here that I really wanted to do. Okay, we got a video question here. Let me send it you, dude. I've not listened to it yet. It says, okay, hang on, Ollie Wilkins. If we press play at the same time, and then we'll edit it in.
All right. Do you want to have yours so the sound goes over the?
Yeah.
Goes over the microphone, and I'll just keep my sound off.
Okay.
Hey guys, Thursday morning, out for a pre-work shreddy. Loving the trails. Made me think of a question for you. When you're riding your local woods, if you could tap your magic wand and have a 100-metre section of your dream trail appear in front of you, what would that trail look like? What would be on it? What would be happening? Bit of inspiration for you. A nice fast single track weaving through, berm to berm kickers, little jumps, squirrel dodging. It's all good. Living the dream. Keep up the good work, dudes.
Yes.
Mending
And we got an
and sending
Instagram handle.
Mending
and sending. Oh, that looks fun. I wonder where he is.
That was a
good.
brilliant submission. I really like.
Yeah, thank you, Mending and sending. 49 minutes.
I want to hear yours.
Okay.
I want to hear yours, Davey. First, I want to hear your dream section of track. That's a fantastic question.
That is a great one. Okay, so I'm going to go with. I really liked a hard line. Don't worry, I'm not going massive. The step on, step off, and then another double after.
Nice.
I'd have that.
I like that. So it's
I
almost like a
definitely have
straight rhythm. It's like a straight rhythm.
We
section.
kick off. That's what we kick off with. We drop in.
Okay.
Nice rolling. No pedaling, obviously, because that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
Step on, step off, double, and then we'd go right, like some switchbacks, just to get that going.
Is this all
shark
quite
fin.
Burmy and like quite bike park, but built like?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'd go. Yeah, this is the first bit, and then I'd go shark fin, like those. There's not really many of those up here to ride. Obviously, we're mainly natural up here, right?
Yeah.
So I'd go shark fin. I'm trying to think if I've ever actually ridden I hate the term boner log, but like a log cannon, we'll call it. I don't think I've ever ridden one of those. Not that I can remember. That's like proper. So I'd have one of them because I think that'd be fun to separate the men from the boys. Maybe step down. I'm getting lost now in my own head. What else would I have? You see, then I'd just go with some. I'd go with just some nice tabletops. I think, but with different takeoff. So you'd have like long and low at this one side, and then you'd have a steep section at the other.
I'm really impressed. You're literally designing a track here
In my
on
own
air.
head.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So then we'd have some whoops at the end, just for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, just for fun, just some whoops.
Okay. Nice.
What about you?
I would not.
I think yours is going to be way better than mine. That was terrible.
No, it's not. No, yours was brilliant. It was amazingly specific. Okay, so I think I'm going to answer the question so my favourite shit, right? Some of my best memories are I'm in the mountains or something, or we're going along maybe a transfer trail, right? And you just let's say the steepness of the hill is down on your left hand side, right? So from the rider's angle, from POV, you're looking left. There's just a steep hill, and you're going along. You're traversing, right? You're traversing on the trail. The sun's coming through the trees, and then all of a sudden, the dude in front of you, he's your best riding mate, pulls on the anchors. What's that? And there's just the entrance to a new track, and that to me is like the very best thing that can happen. You don't have a fucking clue what it is. You don't know where it's going. You don't know who's built it, what nut has built it. But just dropping into that is just the best. That to me, soft dirt. I want it to be dirt that moves.
Pine needles, something.
Yeah, dirt that moves, because that's the only way to get that hero feeling. I need dirt that moves. And for it to just be a new thing that I don't. This is 20 seconds. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. It could be the steepest. I want it to be steep.
Yeah. I like that. That's a great answer, dude. So you want basically an unknown ahead of you.
The unknown,
yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
Weird. Did you see it?
Yeah, just a clump of pubes flew across the camera. Very strange. You haven't pissed yourself again, have you? You trying to empty it out?
We don't talk about that again. It's been talked about now. That's done.
I love it, mate. Oh, brilliant. You can't be embarrassed of something and also say it on a podcast that you know goes out to thousands of people. You're not embarrassed. I know you're not.
No, I'm not. I don't care.
That's a brilliant question. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Mending and sending. Should we do a listener question now?
Mate, well, yeah, we can do it. Let's do a listener question.
Yeah, we can go back into this if you want.
Yeah, I'm up for it. So would either of you do a bikepacking style vlog over a few days of riding? And that's come from Jack Wellesley. Interesting you ask us that, Jack, because actually we're going to soon, aren't we?
Oh yeah, hopefully, yeah.
We are soon. As the days tick on and as Ollie is unable to do it for longer, the bikepacking trip is getting colder and colder and colder and darker and more miserable. So, yeah, unfortunately, I've got a load of trips coming up. In fact,
before the end of the year.
Yeah, it's happening before the end of the year, but that's terrifying in itself because it's getting colder and colder, and actually my return date home is getting a lot further and further away from me at the minute.
More details on that soon, I guess.
Yeah,
we are going to be doing something, aren't we?
But
We've got something.
We will be doing a bikepacking style vlog over a few days of riding, yeah. And it is something that Have you done any bikepacking before, Davey?
No, never. No, never.
No, you've done plenty of sleeping in the wild and stuff, and...
Yeah, a little bit, but not... a little bit. it doesn't like inspire me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like, oh yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm not too excited.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like it's like documenting misery because a part of bikepacking is a little bit type 2, isn't it? It's not like...
It is type 2.
It's not like a silly goose time the whole time, like screaming and whooping. You're sort of digging out, you're getting yourself dug out as it starts to rain and the light goes away.
I'm struggling with the cold at the minute. I think especially because we've had such a nice summer. This morning it was 11 degrees and I was like, oh, it's freezing.
Yeah, I know, dude.
It's so cold. So yeah, I'm not at the moment,
mate.
I'm not like inspired by going out into the cold and wet.
I actually hear you. I think I'm going to be
sleeping rough.
By the time we get this probably done, I'm going to be untouchable in terms of temperature because the house... We got delays on the house. We got delays on the windows, and the windows that are currently in have massive holes in. Like I literally have, the house has wind whistling through it, and already I'm like, I've like insulated everything, but already I'm like, without windows, it's going to be a cold winter. So I might be immune by that point. By the time we get to our bikepacking,
you'd be like Wim Hof.
Yeah.
By the end of it. Yeah. I've
always grown up in cold houses, though. I don't know about you. We've always had freezing houses, yeah. Just because it's always, never had a warm house. Never had, I think just...
Never really thought about it. I am naturally kind of nesh, though.
How do you mean?
I like to be warm. Like, I just get cold easy. Yeah. You see, I aim to be in the cold quite a lot, as you know, with, like, swimming or...
Yeah, of course.
Cold baths,
that's
cold shower. I do aim for that, but I ultimately don't enjoy it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're doing it to conquer that thing in your brain. It's not something that I seek out that often, though.
No, I don't think I seek it out. I just have always had it. Like in the winter, I've always been able to see my breath in my house growing up.
Wow.
So every morning you wake up and there's all like steam or whatever.
I feel like that's a northern thing.
What's that? Being warm,
just being cold, and just being cold.
Being cold. So you're more southern than me in this respect.
In this respect, I think you've taken over it. Yeah, I think you've crossed the boundary on that. Yeah,
you really had to clarify that. In this respect, yeah.
On this respect, nothing else.
Yeah. No, okay.
I feel like cold house is a northern thing, but hey,
I can't remember what we were even talking about now. Bikepacking, that's it, mate. I've done bikepacking before. I've got to say you have to pack so light that you just end up washing underpants and stuff in sinks. I've done a bikepacking trip on a road bike, and that really got to me. If I go away, I at least want a clean t-shirt, set of pants, dude, and socks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that really got to me over the week of doing it. George just completely doesn't care at all. Cleans her things. Really? They all seem to dry. I never get things like that right. I feel like I'm always up against it. I try and dry it and it'll just be humid and I'll put it in the wrong
not
spot,
worse,
and then I'm
is there,
putting
then?
on bog, pants, swamp ass, you know, and then
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think with all that stuff, it's just preparation.
Yeah.
And it's having, like you say, having the amenities at your disposal to at least make it somewhat comfortable.
Yeah, it pisses
So,
me off. Not cleaning my teeth pisses me off. Things like that, they've started to bother me now. But I think we'll see.
Me and my pal are starting to put together the plan to do the Pennine Way next year.
Oh, yeah.
April, we're gonna we're gonna run the Pennine Way.
Oh, wicked! Well, good. Is that going to be sleeping rough job?
There'll be bits of it sleeping rough, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 10 days as well. It's like nearly 300 mile.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
That's a fair distance. I mean,
yeah, it is. It's 10 marathons back to back, basically.
Mate, you don't want to get athlete's foot in your arse, do you? You got to keep those pants clean.
Athlete's foot.
You can't be doing swamp ass for 10 days in one set of pants. You'll get athletes. You'll get trench foot in your arse or something. Something will happen in your arse. It's not going to be good.
Yeah, something will happen in your arse.
Yeah, it'll just be too much. There'll be too much chafing. You can't have that.
Oh God,
you can't.
Shit the bed.
Are you doing a question, mate, or shall I?
I was gonna. We have got one, and I'm not gonna read it out. I'm just gonna add. Thank you for submitting it. It's from Don Wolcott. You know what you've sent. It's about a stag do, and I just don't think that we can do it because I already read it through earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say thank you for submitting it, but we can't read out this. It's like
I'll send it a story that he's done. Yeah.
Imagine 16 lads in a house.
Okay, yeah.
With a stripper.
Yeah, okay.
That's all we need to say, right? We don't need to. Yeah,
mate,
we don't
I've
need
never
to go
been
down
on
there.
one.
I've got images. I've got the whole thing.
I've never been that wild. I feel lame. I couldn't actually tell you. I don't think I've really ever had a particularly wild stag. There's something, the whole stripper thing. There's something just so sad. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being a stripper. I'm sure they make loads of money, but there's something that makes me feel just a sadness inside whenever I've experienced any kind of element of it. You know what I mean? I just imagine it as my mum or my sister. Not that there's anything wrong with
someone's
it.
daughter.
Yeah, it's just something just makes me feel just a bit like deflated and a bit like, oh, let's watch a nature program or let's go for a walk. Let's breathe some fresh air. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, I have to reinstate.
No, I like it.
I'm enjoying this episode, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We've had a laugh, haven't we?
It's different, isn't it? Let me send you this one and then we'll play it on the thing. All right, we've got a couple actually. We could do two from.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I've got a good one.
Fan of the show, long time fan of the show. Big up Tim from Wales.
Oh, Tim from Wales, brilliant! Another video submission.
Yeah, we've got a video. Have you received it?
Yeah, I've received it, mate. Tim is working his way towards being a regular slot on the show, isn't he?
Yeah, he's there. Tim's. We'll think of a name for it. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll think.
I just thought, as soon as I think of the word Tim, I think of Timmy Mallet, and then I just think, surely he was a paedophile.
Tim will fix it. Yeah. It just rhymes with Jim will fix it, and he was in that same era. Like that back in, it was tough to deal with that power. I imagine that power went straight to your dick, like in those old BBC Old Boys Club days. It seems as though it was tough. I imagine there's a lot of people there that used to be in that period of time. Tony Hart, all that lot, all the cronies.
Yeah,
they all probably sat at home. Tony Hart, actually, I think he passed away, and he stopped me right building a bike trail once. He lives in Surrey Hills.
No, did he?
Yeah, rest in peace, Tony Hart. I feel bad now for bringing him up. It's that era, though, isn't it? I imagine they're a bit.
Oh, yeah, that era is dodgy.
The before phone cameras era. They're all a bit. Yeah. Does anyone remember? No, good.
Either. Keep going. Okay.
Tim from Wales, press play, shall we?
Tim from Wales, go.
Okay.
Hey guys, just wondered, in the old horizontal versus vertical video debate, where do you stand? Here or here?
Brilliant, Tim.
You,
and
Tim.
It's something that actually seems to be quite something that we're. Well, I've started filming on GoPro vertical for Instagram, and rather than
Oh
cropping.
wow! So hang on. Let me. Actually, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is, you've got your GoPro.
Yeah.
Normally, you're filming like this.
Yes. Horizontal. Yeah.
But now you're filming like this, vertical.
Dude. Yeah. And your boy. Let me show you what your boy's using. Okay. I'm using.
Oh please.
So this is a readily available GoPro thing. It's like a ball joint. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's basically you can just change that horizontal to vertical whenever you want, and you've got a bit of angle movement. But what I'm finding
That's fantastic.
it is really good, and what I'm finding is that you actually get a little bit more body English, if you know what I'm talking about. So you get a little bit more bike, you get a little bit more legs, you get a little bit more arms, because the lens is kind
And do you
of
go
wide that
super
way.
view for your filming on the GoPro?
Super view vertical. That's what I've
Nice.
currently done for Instagram, for instance. And let me tell you, the two most famous people, literally by being good at GoPro, are Remy Metaglio and Killian Bron, and both of them shoot not from the chest, but from the bottom of the helmet down with a max 180. So just as a bit of, you end up watching those videos, and they pick lovely music. They've got brilliant GoPro settings. Those two are the masters.
They've honed it.
Yeah, they get up early. They get there for the sun for nice light, and then they film. Yeah, max chin piece down, 180 lens. You can see the bike moving. You can see their arms moving, and that's it. It just goes viral. It's a recipe for viral.
It's a recipe for viral. Yeah, virality.
Virality. Yeah,
that's not a word, but anyway. I filmed yesterday, which we probably spoke about on last week's episode.
Yeah.
There's a video available right now. My first ride on my new Jam Squared 7 Series.
Nice.
And I filmed some GoPro footage, and honestly, dude, it's unbelievably bad. It is so bad. Oh, mate, like, fuck, it's so. And I messaged Beney straight away, and I was like, dude, like, what do you use? Like, what's the perfect settings? And he told me, and I was off. I was way off.
Well, yeah.
And I'm embarrassed to say that, because I really should be better at that stuff. But
so what?
I filmed
talk me through. Yeah.
I filmed on just a regular wide, 4K, without the image stabilizer.
Okay.
On.
So the hyper smooth is really quite a game changing thing, isn't it? I mean,
but also
when you watch old footage back, it's unwatchable. So annoying.
Yeah, I had the chest mount a little too high as well. It was. Do you go above or below the pectorals?
I wouldn't even know. I truly wouldn't even know. I just try and cinch that sucker down, because on previous videos, I think I've been known for having it a bit loose and wobbly. Yeah,
that's what I've done as well. I think.
Very
I've
easily
gone.
done.
I think Emma's used it on the horse, so it was like way too small.
Yeah.
So it was tight, but it was up here. Like, it was literally sorry for people listening. It was above it was above.
Why are you putting a GoPro on a horse, dude?
Huh?
Why are you putting a GoPro on a horse? Just see what it eats. It's fucking grass, dude.
Yeah.
There's no point spying on a horse. It will tell you what it eats.
No, I mean,
It
she
just eats
used
grass.
it to ride on. She rode with it. That's what I mean.
I know, that's
she
what
had
you
it
meant.
on.
The
She's a
joke,
lot- yeah, okay.
the gag was that the horse had the GoPro on. That was the.
Okay.
So I was trying to make out like the GoPro had been stretched around the horse and it was too loose.
Yeah, I got it. It's just
not that good.
No.
It'd be shit footage, wouldn't it?
Imagine the helmet cam on a horse, like on the end of the chin. That'd be pretty.
What, just eating grass?
Yeah.
I saw a horse yesterday. I fed a horse yesterday. I thought how big and blunt.
Shouldn't feed them.
Why not?
Because some horse Did you know the horse?
No.
Shouldn't feed it.
What? Why not?
Some horses have certain conditions that they can't eat sugar.
But he was eating. So, he was in a field eating grass.
All right. What did you feed it?
Grass. So what I did was I got that information. I was like, I wonder what this horse likes. Oh, he's eating grass at the minute. He probably likes a bit of grass. And then I got grass and I extended it to him because you
do have to be careful with some horses. I know this stuff because I live with someone who's deep into this stuff.
No, I know. You're
Emma's
a horsey
horse
guy.
has got laminitis, which is basically diabetes for a horse.
Yeah.
So he can't have sugar, so he doesn't eat grass.
No
he didn't eat carrots.
Okay.
No Haribo. Haribo are off menu for that on. It's quite interesting, really. So because you do think, carrots, horse. But they're actually, a lot of the time, they're really bad.
And then I bought a pack of chocolate raisins and I gave him the whole pack of chocolate. Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't, you idiot.
And I had some sushi in my pocket, and I thought, I know.
What would horses eat in the wild? I've seen videos of horses eating just baby chicks.
Really?
Yeah, just, like with no emotion, just their mouth doing the same thing as with
They
grass.
don't show much emotion, do they?
No emotion. They're very emotionless animals, aren't they? Yeah.
You can never really tell if they're happy or sad, can you?
No,
They just...
you can't really. I wouldn't want to be kicked by a horse. Has Em been kicked by a horse a lot?
I don't think ever.
See,
Touch wood.
I just feel like if you hung out with horses, if you're a horsey girl, it's just gonna happen.
At some point.
Yeah, just like we
It's
go
like
over
saying you
the
never
bars.
got a pedal to the
innit?
shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're gonna get kicked by a horse, surely. I mean, I've nearly
Yeah.
got kicked by a horse, and I want nothing to do with the animals.
No, you have to. You do when you're there. You have to walk around them, big wide berth.
Yeah,
Usually, if they do kick, they'll put a red tie on the tail, so you know that they kick or susceptible to kicking.
is that so? That's information.
You know,
all of us should
sometimes,
know.
right?
Is it information?
Yeah,
that
you know,
everyone should
sometimes.
Yeah, go on.
You think you don't know anything about a subject, but then you start talking about it, and you know things come out of your mouth, and you
I
go,
know, mate,
"Where's
you're
that
fully-
even coming
Yeah.
from?"
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't know.
No, you know loads. I know you know loads because I know that Emma will also be able to tell you loads about biking because just it rubs off, doesn't
Probably,
it? You
yeah.
can't be around
Probably, yeah, it
someone
does.
and not be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that was a
Yeah.
nice whip." You know, she'll
You don't know
what
how
a
it's
whip
in
is.
your brain.
She shouldn't. A whip is different in her world.
Yeah.
Horse world. Bear in mind,
Yeah.
that wasn't a slight. I was just saying about
Oh, I
horses.
see, like the
whip.
two, like the difference between the whips. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
but she'll know what a whip is on a bike.
yeah.
She will. She has no interest in it, but she'll know.
No, it's true that.
And you know what a whip is for a horse.
And
A
like
horse for the
when you try-
horse. I'm not making
the
any.
horse, yeah.
Yeah.
we have them. We have them in the
Yeah,
house.
for the horse.
We-
Yeah.
For the horse,
Yeah,
yeah. Because if the horse ever comes round, we're ready to go.
How can you whip it?
We're ready to go. Right? We got whips.
It's a conundrum, isn't it? Keeping animals because it's like. I think it's a conundrum because you see that people absolutely love their horses, and then in the same breath they sit on them with spiky shoes and a whip and
Yeah.
make them run along with them on their back. And it is a conundrum, isn't it? Same with like dogs, or owning a dog.
Yeah.
You know, like, or a cat. I've just got this cat. It's like a prisoner in my house. Same as the snake. Actually, no, the snake's free range now.
Yeah.
Doing
Snakes
it, dude.
living a great life, happy.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you got? Yeah. Let's
Horses
do a couple
like
more.
it though, don't they? They like it being ridden.
Yeah, they do.
They actually
apparently
do.
They do. Yeah, apparently do. We got no choice, have we? It's like, you know.
Yeah. If you had someone on your back and they were sat there and then
Yeah.
they were making noises and whipping you with
You're gonna
something,
go.
You're just gonna go forward,
go.
aren't you? You're gonna try and get
You're
away
just
from
gonna go.
there. But unfortunately, you're not gonna realise that they're still on top of you. So you're trying to get away out of that situation. Once you're whipped, you're trying to just get out of there. But unfortunately, the whipper is on your
The
back.
human is just on
Very
the back.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's kind of a carrot donkey situation a little bit.
Quite literally strapped down
Yeah,
to the
it's
back.
like a carrot donkey, except the carrot strapped to the donkey is almost the promise of something that they like, whereas the sort of whipping aspect and it's sort of it's like a glass half empty, half full view on the whole how to make a giant ton animal. How much does a horse weigh actually? See, you know everything.
Yeah, I think
about it.
Summer up there at Emma's is not that heavy. He's probably half a ton though.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
450,
big animal,
400,
isn't it?
something like that. Yeah, I can't do weights, so I don't know, but he's
No, I don't
big.
suppose you weigh
He's
a
not
horse.
big. He's only a pony, but some of the ones that are at that place at the yard are massive.
Yeah, you wouldn't weigh a horse, would you? It's not like it's not like prize fighting.
You know how they weigh them?
No, please.
With a tape measure.
Right. Fucking see, you got
Work that
loads
out.
of information. Right, how do they do
How
that?
do they-
then? How do they do that?
Fuck knows. Somehow they like wrap it around the belly,
Yeah.
and then it gives you a weight. I don't know how that works.
No, I
I've
don't
honestly
know how
no
that works.
clue.
I thought
I've
there was going to
never.
be something really interesting, like they put them in
Imagine
a pool.
if-
You know what I mean?
Imagine if that was the same for humans. It's like, oh, what waist have you got? 32. Oh, so you weigh about 10 stone
Should we
then?
look it up? How do you weigh?
No.
A horse?
Yeah, you don't have scales for it. I mean, you do. You can
Yeah,
do that.
no
but
doubt.
like,
Yeah, but I want to
for a
see this
rough-
technique. Yeah, so we've got Shire's equestrian accessories. It's a pony waistband size. So I guess it's actually got the weight on the fucking Yeah.
That's it.
It's the
Yeah,
heart
so you just
girth
wrap it around
measurement.
him.
Take a measuring tape and measure all the way around the horse's girth from the highest point of the wither. Is that the cock? I don't know. You probably have to start the cock.
Yeah.
Most things start the cock. Going to just behind the elbows. The body length. Measure. Yeah. The result is in pounds.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, you measure in a straight line from the shoulder and a straight line to the point of the buttock on one side. The result is in
There you go.
pounds.
Madness, that, isn't it?
See, you've got loads of
With a
horse facts. What other? You got any about their dicks? Because to be honest, that's what level humour I'm at. Really, I'm going to be honest with you. If it doesn't include the bumhole or the dicks,
It's called a sheath, right?
oh, go on, tell me about that. I already know about.
I don't
that.
know anything about it, but I
know
know
all about that.
I know that at Freedom Ride we had a
Yep.
discussion about that, didn't we?
but
Around the campfire with the 50 to 1 boys.
It's not for me to tell these
some-
stories.
I don't remember it, but I remember that we were
was
talking
good.
about how some people's job is literally like a sheath cleaner, and they
Sheath cleaner.
they just clean dicks all day, just scraping
job.
horse.
And what
Smeg.
was
Oh, I hate that word.
what was your love?
Fucking hell. I don't know what makes me feel more sick: the cage around the ankle or the word smeg. Fucking disgusting.
The amounts as well. Emma was telling us. Just that it's a specific job. That's just you. That's a niche, isn't it? A sheath cleaner.
Wonder if you don't aspire to do that, do you?
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
you
you
do.
love animals and you just want to help them, but not in that way. Surely,
It's a different type of job.
it's a tough
There's probably
job.
not many. There's smell, dude.
Have we got any sheath cleaners out of our listeners? Actually, that'd be
We've
interesting.
got a few horse people.
Yeah, exactly.
I know we've got
yeah.
a few
So
horsey
I
people
wonder
who
if we've
reach
got
out
any,
sometimes.
Yeah, we've got. I wonder if any of them are sheath cleaners.
Hmm.
Because that is quite the job. I can't remember exactly what she said. I think she said it was like 50 quid a horse or a dick. Should we say 50 quid a dick? Let's say 50 quid a dick. 'Cause I think in the trade you do it by dicks.
Yeah, you do it. Like
You
this.
weigh them with a
You
tape
do,
measure and you do it 50 quid a dick. I'll do 50 quid a
50
dick.
quid a dick.
We'll have a dung out. 50 quid a dick for a dung out. That would be my... And I'd wear the pointy shoes and the fake tan.
You can't show up to clean a horse's
Yeah.
dick with fake tan and pointed shoes.
Yeah, I would.
There's a certain look for that, and it's not that look.
I would. I'd adopt the market stall approach. 50 quid a dick. I'd have like a... Yeah, I would. I'd have a bell.
2 for a pound,
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
3 for a tenner.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What you ring the bell? What are you ringing the bell for? When you started?
Sheath, innit?
Ding, ding, ding. Round 1.
No, I'd be trying to
Get in there.
gather up business and I'd just be walking around the stables. 50 quid a dick. 50 quid a dick. Right, so let's move on, dude. This one's
You got a
unbelievable.
listener question?
Yeah, I'll do a
That's
listener
terrible.
question, mate. Yeah. When's Davey gonna... This is from Sideways Sam. When's Davey
Okay.
gonna bite the bullet and move down south? He's asking.
He isn't. He isn't.
There you
Let's-
go. Okay.
He isn't.
Right,
He might
that
end
was
up
a
living
quick-
in someone's garden next year.
It was a quick answer.
But-
That's good. He also had another question. Do magnetic hubs mess with electric gears / dropper frequencies? Panic not, Sideways Sam. Let me tell you. The stands flow. Mark IV does not mess with your electric gears or your dropper frequencies.
That's good to hear. And you'd know because you're repping both of them, right?
Well, actually, yeah. No, I've got electric dropper posts from X Fusion and I've got magnetic gears, so yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
What else we got? Let's just fire through some. We're an hour and
Okay.
15 minutes in.
At
to this
Daily Express, he's
shit
got a
show.
question. The shit show. Spikeball made an appearance on Moi Moi TV. Get Jack on
What's
to
Moi
impart
Moi
your
TV?
knowledge. Moi Moi TV is Jack Noy's YouTube channel. I would advise going on that. It's really good. Jack
Really?
Moy, I'm a massive fan of.
Oh, okay, right. Jack Moyer's TV. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him because he make. You know, there's like that. There's sort of like an efficient racer. An efficient racer wins a race, right? There's no fireworks. There's no drama. He's just getting the quickest way down a track. There's that kind of like racer thing, right? Jack
Yeah.
has all of the steez and finesse of someone who's not winning the EWS. It's someone who's truly enjoying going around that corner. And yeah, I really enjoy watching him, and I enjoy. He's a brilliant follow as well. And to think that he's winning EWS rounds, like arguably the race where you have to be the most efficient. It's an endurance race. It's a downhill endurance race, and Jack's making it look like I want it to look in a video section, dude. So yeah, shout out
He's
to
adding
Jack
flair.
Meyer, yeah.
Let's get Jack Meyer on the show.
Let's do it, dude. That'd be brilliant. But he's got kind of a similar approach to Bernard in his YouTube channel. It's all filmed off his iPhone, I think, a lot of the time.
Oh,
He
cool.
has some banger videos. Yeah, they're brilliant. So
I used to have an iPhone. Next.
Right, okay. This is from TMBLKMRE. That's the hardest one, and
It's hard, isn't it?
and the hardest one was given to me. Right,
That's hard.
that's Tumblukmur. That's if you actually were going to say it, if you were going to read it actually. Tumblukmur.
Phonetically.
Okay, so from Tumblukmur, are the pro lines and World Cup tracks taking the sport in the direction that you like? Brackets, more MX, big air, less tech, close brackets. I think Tumblukmur inadvertently has got me bob on there. Absolutely, 100%. It's not that I don't like it. It's that it's just not it for me. Personally,
The bike park.
Sorry,
stuff.
mate. I'm storming in here. Yeah, well, it's just not.
Yeah, go for it.
Like, if I think about mountain biking, just close my eyes and I think about mountain biking. What it is, it isn't a giant motorway
No,
roller coaster
I'm
thing
with
at
you.
high speed. I'll be honest, it's not.
with you. No, it's not. I'm with you. With you, mate. With you. Do you think we're going to see more of those tracks, though?
Yes, definitely.
I think so as well.
And the problem is you can sell tickets to them, and that ultimately is what. And not only can you sell tickets to them, you can then invite masses of people to go down them, and they don't get ruined. So it's just like a sustainable. What we're talking about really is a sustainable version of mountain biking. I've said this loads on the podcast before, and it's probably an annoying thing coming from someone who rides dirt jumps all the time, but it just doesn't compare to me. Like these bike park jumps are just flat versions. Like if you ride trails, you've experienced complete weightlessness. So riding any of these bike park jumps, they're brilliant fun. They're good, but they're not the same for me as a hardtail on a set of steep dirt jumps. So for me, it's not really okay. That is important because for me, it's not really that important that I hit these jumps on my mountain bike because it's not what mountain biking is for me. You see what I'm saying? I don't have that thirst or hunger to go and ride bike park
Where
jumps.
does a track like the Vanterline sit for you in that mix?
It's great fun, but it's absolutely not what
Not the same.
it's not what mountain biking is in my head. I don't think I actually don't think that anyone at Bike Park Wales is thinking that it is either. I think all of them are. That's a great way of asking. Vanterline doesn't compare to me. It's a brilliant line. I thoroughly enjoy it. I always have a great time at every bike park actually that I visit. But that doesn't mean to say it is like
It's not
mountain biking in its purest form for me. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good analogy, dude. Normally they come to me quick.
Yeah, but this one you're struggling with.
I tell you what. I tell you what it's like for me. It's getting me controversial potentially.
Okay, please.
It's a bit like McDonald's for me. I'm not saying that McDonald's doesn't taste good and I don't enjoy it. I always enjoy it, but it's not. It's that isn't like the not. It's nice, but in a bit of a naughty way. It's in a bit of a. It doesn't come without a feeling of.
It's a bit mass produced. It's a bit for the masses. Is that what you mean?
It's just not. It doesn't compare to a really nice meal. Yeah,
It's a decent analogy. I can see
it's
where
McDonald's. Okay. Let me. I'll keep going on it. Shall I keep going on it? Go
Please.
deeper into this awful analogy. We'll give it a go, shall we?
it's going. I'd love you to. Yeah.
It's like I always feel a bit guilty after I leave because either I've just not done any pedalling to get up. I've
Right.
only ridden just down stuff that's all smooth with big berms and jumps in. I don't feel tired in the same way as I do on a day in the hills or in the mountains. There's something about a bike park that is just like it's meant for everyone, and mountain biking isn't necessarily in my head.
Yeah. Like, okay.
It's
All
a
right.
shit analogy.
That's
I
fair. I
fucked
think that's
it.
fair.
No,
it's
Davey, you've
fair.
been kind to me, dude. I fucked it. That's my thought, though.
Any thoughts? Please leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear your. Do you have a better analogy? Take a few moments, type it out. We'd love to hear from you.
You'd agree, right? You don't want to just
Yeah,
ride.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Do you want to just ride bike park?
No, not at all, mate. I'm exactly the same. Every now and again, it's a nice little treat, but for the most part, it's not. But also, I think it's how you discover the sport and how you like
Exactly
what you fall in love with.
That's what's brilliant
So
about the bike park. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like for me. That's not what that's not what I got into as a young lad. Was not going to bike parks. Where I can see that you have this generation now who maybe live close to a bike park. That is what they grew up riding.
A bike park.
I didn't have that. We didn't have that option. It was like riding out to go and find something fun to ride.
I think we might be getting somewhere. So maybe it's that mountain biking is changing and it is evolving, and maybe our view of mountain biking isn't sustainable anymore. Riding along footpaths. Look at this. Maybe we're evolving as people.
Mate,
who knows?
Maybe it's like, if we compare, maybe if we compare like mountain biking to, especially downhill.
Yeah.
It's like the Formula One, you call it, of mountain biking. It's like the Formula One, right?
Yeah.
You can't drive a Formula One car on the street. It's like you can't ride a downhill bike. Wait, I'm trying to figure this out in my head. Like, there's places to go. There's places to go to.
This is the
to
worst
do that.
analogy episode, perhaps.
That's good. That's a good episode title, actually. Worst analogies. The worst analogies. Yeah. That's a good one. I'll get that. I'll jot that down.
Yeah, downhill racing is like an avocado. Hear me out. It's hard on the outside and then it gets softer, and then right on the very core of it, it's very, very tough. Very tough. Good analogy?
Yeah. Decent. Moving on. Have you got any more? Do we have any more listener questions? Then we'll wrap up.
I've actually got loads. Yeah, is it time for wrap up? It is time for wrap up. I've enjoyed it today,
25
dude.
minutes of this rubbish. Yeah. It's been great.
Yeah,
I got a really good one, actually.
Yeah,
Do you mind if we just go to this? This was. I hope this doesn't send us on, discussing this, but I found it was actually quite interesting. We've just been talking about it. Okay, let me just find it though, because there's quite a lot of these things coming through at the moment. Sorry, it's not that one. Where is it? I open them and then I shut them and then I can't find them again. Sorry. We got a really good one from someone who was doing loads of stuff about home renovations. Sent you a thing,
brilliant.
like whole detail
Wicked.
about how to fit showers and stuff.
Well,
it's
good.
really funny. Okay, so we got this one in. I'm not sending it you because it's just it's a message. Hi, David and Ollie, long time listener, first time caller. Did you know that the venue has to stump up the prize money for the race, not the UCI?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. No, along with paying €3,500 just to bid to get the event, and another 32,500 to 37,000 if they are successful. I didn't know that.
No, there you go.
Thought I'd just throw that in there. I didn't know that.
The prize money is dictated by the UCI. Well, they wouldn't all just be choosing the exact same amount, so it must be the UCI says as part of your thingy.
I feel like obviously this is a week ahead of what we've just done, the Bernard Kerr episode, and it's done really well. Thank you, everyone. Obviously, we'll probably talk about it on last week's show, but we've definitely opened a bit of a can of worms with this, and I've through the podcast channels and stuff, various riders reaching out and sharing clips and stuff like that. It would be good if anyone's got a link. Like, can we get someone from the UCI or something on the show? Does anyone know anyone? If you're out there and you're listening, as you know, we're not going to come at it with some sort of like weird interview style trying to catch people out, but it'd be good to have a conversation. Would you be up for that? Like, do you think we're the right people to do it or not?
I'd be up for it,
Probably
mate.
not.
I do just also feel as though I have talked for half an hour about cleaning horse dicks. That's the only thing that, you know what I mean? I just feel aware of that we've managed to talk about. You literally pissing yourself recording a podcast, and then we talk for half an hour about cleaning horse dicks. So I think it's not.
I feel like we get enough listener questions to make it a good episode, and we got questions. People have brought stuff up.
It would.
People have mentioned things before. We've had, this channel has helped hopefully start some conversations, especially with Brooke stuff before. Like Brooke was really open before we did the lockdown thing about talking about his injuries and some of the failings of the race organising and stuff like that. So I don't know, just we've opened this kind of worms. We've had a lot of people messaging, we've had a lot of comments, we've had a lot of people offering insights and stuff like that. So
mate, I'd love to.
I don't know, I'd be keen to at least talk to someone about it and just have an honest conversation and not talk about.
You don't want to. Are you sick of my? Are you sick of talking about pissing yourself and horse dicks?
Maybe. No,
you're getting
not
sick
all,
of it.
It's my favourite thing to
do. He's
Genuinely.
65 episodes in, and it's just struck him that actually maybe we should have a sensible conversation. Absolutely, I'd be up for it. Too right. Okay. And dude, I can switch it on. Don't think I can't. I'll get the fake tan out for that.
I know
as
you
well.
can.
We'll have pointy shoes out.
Get the
fake
pointy
tan.
shoes
I'm
on.
going to look like a fucking news reporter. Clear up all this in the background.
Let's do it. The serious one. I get a shirt on again.
Serious episode with a UCI delegate. I like it. I like the idea of it. Let's do it.
It's an open invitation. Can anyone share this with someone who's there? I don't know. Chris Ball, he might be good.
As if they want to come and talk crap with us. It'd be good if they did, though. Fantastic. Hey, I've really enjoyed this episode. Thanks.
Me too.
As always, for your questions. You
Where will you be at this moment when this episode goes out? Do you know?
I will. I've previously introduced that in last week's show. Of course, I'm currently doing the GR5, which is a massive Transalp trail. It goes I'm going from Lake Geneva to Nice in the Alps with Warner. We've got massive days ahead of us. We've got giant elevation, crazy views, untouched scenery. Very much looking forward to it. Feeling a little bit unprepared at this point, but it doesn't matter because I'm already there because we're in the future.
Yeah,
we're in the past. I mean, and then
everything's good.
Hopefully, I'm not dead in some avalanche or something by now.
Well, I was going to say that, but then I thought I'll not say that.
This could be haunting,
especially with the way my days go.
Yeah, you smashed your phone, and now I died in a landslide. What day?
Look at the slide.
On that note, thanks for listening. Peace and love.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate it.
Next week.
Almost forgot that.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell, 65 episodes in and nearly didn't sign up. So here we are at the end of the podcast, and we would love to keep in touch with you. So don't forget, follow The Ride Companion on Instagram. It's at The Ride Companion. If you just want to follow Ollie, it's at odub_23. And of course, here are some clips that we think you might like. And up there, you can subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate it. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching or listening. Have a great one. Peace.